in the parliamentary elections. That's Muftau there. These are live visuals, we understand. These are visuals from Medina, rather. Muftau, thank you. What are we watching here? I see a bit of a chaos unfolding right now. People, free for all, people being shoved here and there. What's happening?
Just less than 3 minutes ago, the constituency chairman of the MPP for the Medina area walked into the Collation Center, and he went straight to where they are computing the figures into the projector and requested that there is a recount of the votes that we currently have here. And this angered the polling agents of the NDC who are here. And that was what led to what we are currently seeing on television right now.
Muftau, thank you very much. Muftau, stay with me. So, Muftau, what figures do we have for the constituency? Do we know? Because that is key to understand what is happening. What figures have the Electoral Commission counted and may possibly declared so far there?
At the moment, they are yet to fully declare the results, but currently what we have on the screen, we have a total of 138 polling stations, and in most of these polling stations, the NDC seems to be leading, and this probably influenced the decision of the constituency chairman of the MPP to come in requesting for recounting of the votes. Okay,
so he came in requested for recount.
Yes, please.
Which is his right? We can ask for a recount.
Not at the Collation Centre. The recount should be done at the polling station. At the Collation Centre, you can do a recollation.
Okay, so what actually happened? What most of the people were saying is that this is a collation center and not at a polling station. If you wanted a recount of the results, they should have done it at the polling station, not after your polling agents have accepted the results for them to be brought to the collation center, and you will now walk in at 1:30 a.m. requesting that there's a recount. And that is why most of the people who are inside the collation center of the Madina constituency were fighting him. It nearly resulted in a fight between him and one of the leaders of the polling agents here at the Madina constituency. And it took the security, the soldiers and policemen combined, who had to come and escort him out of the place. And it also nearly even resulted in a fight between even the security men and the polling agents, because the security men wanted to apply force on the people to give them space so that they could go out with him. And the people were still coming at him and hooting. And the soldiers, one of them used a stick to hit the people to run back. And that was what almost led to a fight also between the soldiers and the people who are currently inside the collation center of the Medina constituency.
So how has it been resolved?
Currently, because they are still computing, we cannot give specific figures, but as and when they are ready, we'll make them available.
But I'm talking about this request that he made, started this confusion. Well, how was it dealt with?
The line was changed a bit. I didn't hear that. What actually happened at the latter part was that it was the soldiers who finally took him out of the collation center after the people had hooted at all of them. But they've taken him out of the collation center and they've even locked the door so that no one can come in and no one can go out.
Muftau, thank you very much. We're watching this. Now, we know the NDC has already held a press conference to say they've flipped Medina, as in they've won it back from the MPP, and they've asked their people to mass up at collation centers and guard the counting. This could feed into this, right? This could definitely feed into all that is to be seen. But this is an MPP person who walks in there, goes to make a demand that obviously doesn't lie in the collation center to make, and causes confusion. And the party chairman should definitely know better, and not making such demands at a time when it's very sensitive, right? And that's what we are seeing all this unfold on our screens right now.
And Evans, you know, when in one of the polling stations in the Volta region, I think Aveme polling station, when 355 people had been verified to vote and 356 people voted, one of the things that was done was to recount at the polling station.
Yeah.
Now, they counted at the polling station, they counted 3 times, and came to the conclusion that, well, maybe somebody may have voted without verification. But the point is, at the collation center, you don't go for recount. And the reason why I earlier talked about, asking party supporters to mass up at collation centers. Yes, you can show up at the collation center, but those who are in the inner circles of the collation center are the party agents who have the responsibility of being there and ensuring that the collation is done. This is one of the reasons why I say people should not turn up at the collation center like that.
And it's a good thing that the military have locked up
Yeah.
the place now by preventing people from going. I want to go through more of the results that we have for you. And I want to stay in Techima North. We did Techima North parliamentary.
Yeah.
I want us to do Techima North presidential. Another very interesting story that begins to emerge.